Good afternoon and welcome back to PPL Brisbane. This is Dylan Kimlin live. Currently got the ladies gold medal underway. Closest to camera we have the sisters of Rebecca Kingsley and Sarah Burr, and they're taking on the young guns. Danni-Elle Townsend and Emilia Schmidt. This should be an exciting game. You know, the veterans taking on the two new superstars to the scene. Currently 3-0 though. Sarah and Beck are currently have a healthy lead to begin this game. And what a phenomenal game we just watched with the Men's Open gold medal. The gentlemen played out of their skin, with Travis and Wesley Vine taking the gold, Jay Grewal, Mitchell Hargraves taking the silver. So things to be aware of for this game. This is going to be very fast paced. These ladies all love to drive the ball, whack it as hard as they can. Probably won't see as much dinking as we just did in the last game. Currently 0-4-1, Townsend serving. And the dink error there on the side of Schmidt. With me, I've got, as always, for this event, Ben Abbott.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us again. We mentioned this earlier, right? Like the ladies step on the court and it's a whole different vibe. Yep. There's venom in every shot. There's a lot more driving, less dinks. Almost feels personal out there between the ladies.
Well, I mean, from memory, I believe these ladies faced off in a tournament recently. I can't recall which one exactly it was, but I believe Townsend and Schmidt may have had the victory in that instance. That's a tennis ball on court. What is that doing?
Wants to be a part of the action. I'd be jealous of Pickleball too.
Townsend's going to show
let's
her
get
a
an
throwing arm.
Townsend.
She's just launched that to orbit.
All right. Get that out of here.
Yeah. Solid dinking to begin. Burr unable to convert. Captain of the Gold Coast Glory. Good hands. Burr slows it down. She's the queen of the reset, Sarah Burr.
What a rally there. The young guns hanging tough. Staying in touch. And you mentioned just how quickly Sarah Burr changed the tempo of that rally. Kind of leveled the playing field all at the same time. Just an error into the net there to complete that point. Drop shot. Well handled there from Schmidt. Tape tickler. Burr's all over it.
And I imagine, regarding a tactics point of view, it's kind of funny in a way because Sarah and Beck were notorious for playing very aggressive back in the day. But I actually can see it in this particular combination that Sarah and Beck may actually play a little bit slower. A little bit more dinking, a bit more resetting.
Well, it's hot out there, right? Like, you're conserving the energy early. Like, the middle of the day, the sun's at the peak of the sky.
Yep.
There's a slight breeze, but not enough to really tweak the temperature here at the UQ Tennis Centre.
Well, the thing you've got to consider also is that they've got the Major League Pickleball event straight after this. So as a result, the players do, regarding conserving energy, that would be playing at the back of their mind. It's kind of crazy, like, It's almost, if you can, comparing this to like Bathurst or some long endurance race, these players have got to almost have a spare set of tyres in reserve.
You'd argue that this game is, yes, it is quite physical, but you mentioned the patience and the composure, very mental as well. Angles. Oh, Emilia Schmidt, the defense is all-time high. Can they turn to offense? She does. Handled well there, though.
Oh, this is elite. What a defensive effort.
Changing the tempo again. Back and forth. Continuing just to freeze Townsend out. This time bringing her in.
Oh, what a rally.
Brisbane. A few people kicking around still.
That was incredible. Phenomenal defensive effort. Sarah Burr was blasting the paint off the ball. Townsend, Schmidt able to recoup, get the ball back.
Fired up is Townsend.
Yeah, she's a confidence player.
Seems like the energy of that combination over that side.
I did have a brief chat to Townsend during one of the tournaments a little while back as that ball goes flying. And I asked her what it's like to play alongside Schmidt. And she said there's no pressure. It's just, we're just having fun out there.
Yeah, we were doing some warm-up games and some hit-arounds earlier this morning as well. And you can just see that there's a lovely chemistry out there from these two young ladies. And that's what you need early on in a partnership, is to build the rapport, to build the chemistry, to build the trust for the success. And the net roll there, just catching Beck off guard.
Yeah, they're the tough ones because it does bounce an inch or two higher than expected. Very difficult to recover it. So Beck Kingsley has been getting a lot of the ball. Sarah Burr, however, taking the advantage in this instance, slows it down. Kingsley back to Schmidt.
New cracks starting to appear in Beck Kingsley's game.
Yeah, we have a timeout immediately on the side of Burr and Kingsley. We're going to go through to a quick commercial via our sponsors Engage and Heaps Normal. Once again, thank you to them for sponsoring PPL Brisbane.
Can I have another lager, please?
Same for me.
What do you reckon?
It's good.
Another lager. No booze, no worry.
And welcome back. Currently 4-8. Kingsley and Burr need to crawl back into it. The down the line drive unsuccessful for Sarah Burr. Second server, Beck Kingsley to bring it in. For 4-8-2. Have to give a big thank you to Pickleball for providing this awesome surface for our players to duke it out on. Great shot by Townsend. Dropping it down on said surface. Also, a big thank you to 6-0, providing top-notch paddles across the country. One of the major sponsors here for PPL Brisbane. Oh, what an angle.
Just asking for that as well, lobbing it up. I'm not sure what the tactics there from Emilia. Whether she was opting for a lob or just keeping the ball in play, but obviously Beck Kingsley takes full advantage and opens up the angle sharp across the face of Emilia Schmidt.
Yeah, absolutely capitalising on that pop-up. Kingsley has had quite a good season, or year I suppose. Been quietly improving her game. Definitely earned her spot on the Gold Coast Glory. And it's funny, Ben, in the American scene, you've got the Johns brothers, and they're regarded as either the greatest of all time or in that discussion anyway, depends on what your opinion is on the situation. But for Australia, I would put, for these two sisters, they're our equivalent of that. Beck Kingsley and Sarah Burr, they've been playing together forever. And their trophy cabinets would be absolutely stuffed. They are always playing and always winning.
You get the old polish tin out, replacing the polish tin every couple of months. Keep the shine.
Well, speaking of shinies, they're playing for the gold right now. They've got to work a little bit harder though, because Townsend and Schmidt are looking in fine form.
Townsend steps in, cuts that one off. Oh, you can see what Emilia was trying to do there. Just snap it down the line, try to catch Sarah Burr off guard. Just swings it into the taller part of the net. The Yola pro net here on show court.
This is a great rally. The skills from all the players.
Wow, wow, wow. For those at home who saw on the screen, you just see Danni-Elle Townsend open up the paddle and then see and recognise the clip of the net.
Yeah,
Trails out over the baseline. That's a really good adjustment on the fly.
so it was confirmed out. So the young superstars playing very solid pickleball.
Danni-Elle Townsend, just giving yourself a little bit of feedback there.
And we do have to also mention Franklin. The X40s, the balls of the tournament. We've been using the Franklin X40s for a long time here in Australia. Definitely the preferred ball for outdoor events such as this one. We thank Franklin for being involved with the spectacle that we're currently watching. Solid defensive effort there by Townsend to recover from that. And this is a great rally. Oh, Kingsley had it.
Stomp of the feed, maybe a little bit of impatience creeping in there, but yeah, looking to put one up on the young guns here.
Yeah, well, she had that forehand drive opportunity, which just then she's converted it.
There we go. That's what she wanted.
Confidence boost up. Oh, Schmidt invited Burr in, usually a dangerous proposition, but into the net, side out. And now there, our referee David instructing Schmidt of correct server position. A couple of months ago, that would have resulted in a loss of point.
Tell you what, the sport of pickleball looks after their players, don't they?
I think it's a healthy change, personally. Oh,
Oi.
Beck's copped a ball to the head. And the net is definitely coming into play. We're seeing multiple net rolls this game. The ladies are hitting it so close to it. And I believe that's a game point situation here for Schmidt and Townsend.
Wanting the game to conclude. They just, again, swinging into that tape. I don't think they've changed adjusted the height of this net from the previous match, but like you said, Dylan, it is playing a factor.
Well, it's just simply how low the ladies are hitting it.
The aggression on their swings, right?
Yeah. But these ladies have got absolute cannons for arms. They launch it. It's currently 6-10. So Burr and Kingsley defending a game point. They need to get on their horse and start converting to points.
Oh.
ATP.
Oh,
Not to be.
what an angle there from Emilia Schmidt.
Yeah, but it's actually dangerous doing that because
Absolutely, and
it
you
does
can tell
open
why.
up. Yeah.
Opens up the ATP, and it's brave, like you say, but again, to create the angle, and then like you're saying, the power dictates whether the ATP will be available or not.
Yeah, admittedly though, Kingsley also had a backhand ATP, which typically is harder. Oh, forehand once again. Beck just having a few unforced errors here. Game point once again for Townsend and Schmidt.
Oh,
Good reset.
the energy from Danni-Elle Townsend. All the way through that rally, all the way through that game, as the young guns, they take the advantage in this women's opens doubles gold medal match. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, what a game you have underway so far. Stick around. Across to a couple of commercials. We'll get you back here courtside in just a couple of moments' time.
Ready to discover a lifestyle designed for over 50s that lets you do you? Be inspired in your new home with high-quality finishes and relax in a resort-style community with no stamp duty or exit fees. There's more time for you to do you.
And welcome back. We're straight underway here for this game 2. Immediately we have a side out. And it's going to be interesting to see the strategy change from Burr and Kingsley. And that is a perfect lob.
That's a cheeky grin from Emilia. She turns around just then. Absolutely loves the lob to the open court, knowing that shot was placed to perfection. Oh.
Well, I think it's exactly that. Like, that shot there is not a... I wouldn't say it's not an orthodox shot, but it's a difficult shot to pull off. And the fact that she did it with ease, that's the look of a confident young lady.
We mentioned the opens doubles earlier. The young guns having this, I guess, sense of bravery, right? To take on the opportunities, to have a crack, and to see, you know, what may come out of a risk. Whereas you've got your experienced players who will bide their time, and they've got different tactics, different gaps and cracks within the defense of the opposition that they look for. And it's a very different game at so many different levels, but again, that's an exciting stage of the sport as it's growing, understanding the different tactics, how you approach different players, different teams to dictate different outcomes.
Well, one thing we need to consider is that there's as we see an elite passage of play there by Schmidt and Townsend, we are starting to see a slight changing of the guard in the Australian Pickleball Open scene. So Sarah Burr was the queen for a long time, and now we're seeing up other top-notch players. You know, Ludovika Shaki comes to mind immediately. She's had a phenomenal last year. But you can't count out players like that we're seeing right now, Schmidt and Townsend.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen. The oohs and ahs of the crowd in the stands.
I was going to finish my train of thought there, but then that crazy rally broke out. I was like, no, we'll just enjoy this.
Could you / should you be thinking about anything else but that previous rally? That's incredible stuff here from these ladies.
Very good rally. And it's up to Burr and Kingsley to bounce back after their game one. And this is exactly what they'll be looking for. Win an incredible rally like they just did. Get the serve back, start building that score.
Oi, bit of French cricket from Sarah Burr there.
Yep, it's a great pickup. Dug it out.
Ah, stop that now. These young ladies are on a different level right now. They're vibing. They're loving it up here in Brisbane.
Yeah, it can be, from a psychological point of view, you would look up and see these two young ladies laughing and having a ball in a serious game. And that would be, I don't know, like there's a mental aspect of that. It'd be like, all right, this is frustrating. So for Schmidt and Townsend, keep on doing it. Like, it obviously works for them.
Just on that, how important is body language? Not only for yourself, your teammate, but the opposition and what that factor can play. Oh, tape tickler going the way this time of Emilia Schmidt.
Yeah, body language is big, especially, believe it or not, it's nothing to do with your opposition, but it's actually your partner. So if you're playing with someone and your partner looks down and grumpy, it signals to the opposition, okay, we have them mentally. So if you see your partner's down, you need to immediately try and adjust that, whether it's a timeout, have a chat, look, let's reset. But body language is huge, especially in pickleball. It's why we see so many players get very animated. They want to show, look, I'm pumped, I'm ready to go.
Like, I'm good. Like, let's keep going. Like, I'm in the headspace for a win. Really exciting. The prospect of the young guns potentially taking this gold medal. But we mentioned it. The defense there from Sarah Burr, the queen. For many, many years here in this sport, is hanging tough. Sister Beck Kingsley.
I can see,
grinding it out.
Regarding a tactics change, I can see Sarah's opting for a little bit more of a poach play. So what that is she's coming across, essentially covering a bit more of Kingsley's side. Oh, Kingsley with a drive, unsuccessful. It's currently 4-1-2. The sisters have a slight lead. But we saw the sheer strength of Townsend, and Schmidt before this. They can definitely bounce back. What an angle.
Well, this is a very, very similar situation to what we had in that game one, wasn't it? It was 4-1 to the sisters. The experience shining through early, but then the venom, tenacity from the young guns gained all the momentum. Flew on through to taking that first game and the advantage in this gold medal match. Can they do the same here? Is the experience going to shine through once more?
I liken pickleball, especially in tournaments, there's a endurance element to it. Lob attempt unsuccessful. Woo! But you mentioned earlier maintaining that focus and keeping your wits about you. it isn't just physically fit. Like, you have to be mentally on the ball, especially considering these players have been out in the sun all day. You can lose focus, lose sight of the goal. What is your strategy? And it's an underrated part of these tournaments a lot of people don't realise is how much it takes it out of you. Switch here on the side of Townsend and Schmidt. Oh, poor old Beck. She's had quite a few opportunities on that forehand drive. Just needs to bounce back.
Tape tickler there, well handled from Sarah Burr. Dink rally follows. Oh, the advantage. You'd arguably say it went the way of Emilia Schmidt just then, but just couldn't convert.
Yep. She had the pop-up she wanted. Perfect third shot drop. Unreturnable.
Oh, again.
Oh, what a recovery.
Lip of the tape.
Ooh, I thought Kingsley was thinking about it.
Oh, down the middle, Sarah Burr.
And we had a bit of a lapse of communication there between Townsend and Schmidt. The ladies are just having a yarn. Any longer, and our official may have had something to say about it.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
Yeah. You can talk for a little bit, but as long as it's not a prolonged duration of time. Oh, good speed up. Great reset. Fantastic. There we go.
We are attuned, sir.
Yeah. Thinking the same thing, and I think there's plenty of viewers at home in the same frame of mind. These ladies are putting on a show.
Oh. Couple of cracks appearing now. Beck, Kingsley, almost being not played out of this game because the young guns are putting a lot of ball on Sarah Burr, who's handling the pressure quite well, as she should, her experience and her expertise within the sport. Beck Kingsley, much the same, but hasn't had as much contact time as the young ladies have freezed her out ever so slightly.
Well, I think it's more of a tactics change from Burr and Kingsley because Sarah's poaching a little bit more, so cutting across, which actually limits the amount of ball that Beck gets, but it is, you're right, she hasn't had much of it.
Asking for trouble there, the lofted ball. Burr bouncing that one into the UQ surface.
Yep, the pickle roll surface has been a great addition for our PPL Brisbane event. The players having a grand old time playing on it.
Yeah, lots of positive conversations around the surface and taking full advantage now.
Lapse of communication, they recover. Oh,
Incredible, Dylan. I see you shaking your head mid-rally there in pure awe and amazement, I'm sure.
that was just so good. Like the dinking prowess from both sides there. Second serve up. Quick point there for Burr and Kingsley. 7-2. Sheesh. They have responded very well after that game 1 loss. Speed up is good. Catching Schmidt off guard, and we may see a timeout. Exactly what happens. Schmidt and Townsend wanting to halt any momentum that their opposition have. We're going to run to a couple of commercials. Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors for this event.
Ready to discover a lifestyle designed for over 50s that lets you do you? Then you're ready to discover a Stockland halcyon community. Be inspired in your new home with high-quality finishes in a community filled with resort-quality facilities that lets you unleash your passions. Whether it's relaxing with new neighbours that have become good friends or travelling on a whim, knowing your community is secure. With no stamp duty, no exit fees, and no worries. There's more time for you to do you. Discover a Stockland halcyon community today.
How much were you?
We are back. And the ladies are too. Straight into the dink rally once more.
Now, Dylan, what do you reckon that conversation was from the timeout from the young guns?
Well, Ben Costin's, I don't know if he's their coach or if he plays closely with both Townsend and Schmidt, but I could see he was having quite a large conversation with them just regarding tactics, what can be done.
What do you reckon the specific tactics, or I guess what I need to inject into this game?
And that's gone out. Well, I guess it comes down to, you've got to think about whether we're talking about self or whether we're talking about opposition. So are we looking at the opposition and what they're doing, or are we looking at what we're doing and what we can do differently?
Absolutely. So what do we think that Schmidt and Townsend need to do then?
Well, I mean, they just need to recapture the form that they had in the first game. They were lightning. However, you'll notice that Burr and Kingsley haven't really changed at all, and that's experience. So they haven't done any drastic changes. I mean, besides Burr potentially poaching a little bit more, but they are calm and collected, whereas just the youth of Townsend and Schmidt, they are confidence players. So when they are in a deficit, they need to try and find that confidence once more.
Massive rally coming to an end. I was about to mention, I feel like we just need to see a little bit more bravery at times from the young guns. They've gone back into their shell a little bit. We speak about momentum from the girls, and that's the type of team, that's the type of energy they play with, but you've got to take the game on. You know, especially at this level here, the opportunities, got to take them. You know, the plenty of learning still to come for the youngsters, but the bravery and the opportunities within the sport and the experiences, they're only going to grow and get better. And yes, gold medal on the line, yes, prize money on the line, but take your chances, take your shots.
Yeah, exactly right. The conversations that have been had regarding those timeouts, they wouldn't even think about the pressures externally. The fact that they're in a gold medal, the fact that there's money on the line. These ladies all love pickleball. They know what they need to do to crawl back into this game, as we have a nice little shootout occurring.
Wow.
That's a good speed up.
Great defense there from Townsend as well. The girls, bit of fire coming out of the timeout.
Well, they needed that surge.
Oh, Sarah Burr. The animation there from Danni-Elle Townsend. It's been growing bigger and bigger as the match has unfolded.
Yeah, she went for a walk, unfortunately, in that play and was out of reach.
Oh, great lead. As she says to herself.
Yeah, Kingsley's drive just a little bit off. 4-8. Bit of a breeze blowing here at UQ, may affect play.
Oh, the tape tickle, I love, and the girls hang on.
Yeah, the net's definitely been in play these past two games, but the ladies are absolutely ripping it that fast. Unfortunately, in that instance, Burr unable to recover it.
Oh.
We have side out here. Sarah Burr to bring it in.
Ooh. Pirouette there,
Pirouette
Sarah
is
Burr.
good. Kingsley with a lob.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Defense from the sisters. Burr and Kingsley.
Oh, that was amazing. Ladies combining. We have to say Townsend has had, unfortunately, occurred the same error twice there. She's had it just to the left side of court.
Quite a ferocious little bat slap to the thigh as well. I think she's feeling the frustration, not just emotionally and mentally, but unfortunately physically now due to her own frustrations.
And that's pretty common, actually. People do smack themselves in the leg with the paddle.
Passionate competitor.
Just vent out a little bit, reset. Speaking of resetting, it looks like we're on the wrong side of the court. So we have Schmidt over here instead.
The ladies are dialed in.
HB. Ooh. She generates so much velocity with that backhand, Schmidt. It's pretty crazy.
The ball was deemed just out, and the official agreed. The ATP obviously unsuccessful, but did not matter. The ball initially landing out. Townsend again, just a low bat. Struggling to get behind that ball. Keep that rally alive. I'll tell you what, this second game has all been Sarah Burr. She has taken control and charge of her side of the court. Kingsley's played a fantastic support role.
Well, we talk about captain's goals in the AFL. Burr being the captain of the Gold Coast Glory, leading by example as we have a thrilling firefight on our hands.
Oh, wow. Lofted ball. Emilia just steps in, wails it through the middle of the court. Do not want to be behind that one.
Yep, elite striking prowess. Side out. Young lady starting to find that confidence we were talking about.
The ball just lofted up, taken full advantage of by Beck Kingsley. So the experience on the far side of the court from your screen shining through. Got a strong hold here of game two. Good defense, firefight back and forth. Young Guns on top.
Yeah, we saw a crazy momentum shift in the men's doubles open. We'll see if we can have it occur in this game as well. Schmidt on the defensive. So we've had a ball called out. Burr and Kingsley have challenged. It's ended up being in after official Jay's calling. It's currently 9-6-1. Oh, wow. And that's called out. Oof. My goodness. These ladies melting the ball.
You can really see just the composure now and the experience shining through purely from an emotional standpoint. You look at both sides of the net. We spoke about the body language earlier on. We spoke about the emotional energy shown towards their teammates, but also just on the court itself. And Sarah Burr punishes that ball. Herself and Beck Kingsley will take game number 2, leveling things up. We're needing a third and deciding game to crown our champions here for the PPL Brisbane Pro, round number 2.
Yeah, exciting stuff, and we're going to quickly have a commercial break before we jump into game number 3. Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors for PPL Brisbane. And guys, just have a quick 2-minute change of ends, have some cool beverages, and then we will get underway.
Discover a community designed for over 50s that lets you do you.
And we are back 0-0. Game 3. If you are just tuning in, both teams have won a game apiece. This game is to 11. That's called out. First team to 6 points. Both sides will swap ends of the court. 0-0-1. And that's called out by Townsend. Burr has challenged it. Our official has confirmed it was in. Schmidt and Townsend taking the first points of this game.
We mentioned it all day long, of course, the third deciding game requiring us to figure out who our champions are going to be, obviously, for these games, but we switch ends when a team reaches 6 points. It'll be a 2-minute side change, and then we're back to it. Obviously, still playing to 11, winning by 2. And this game has been back and forth. Really, really want to see the young guns find their own stride within their own side of the court. They get caught up with, you know, the little areas here and there, I feel, and I think obviously being a momentum and an energy team, if they can really hone in on their side of the court, I think that's going to be really valuable for them in this deciding game. Sarah Burr just punishing the ball, peppering the baseline. The ladies in defense, they hung on well.
Yeah, well, an interesting thing to note, the first 2 points there on the side of Schmidt and Townsend were on the errors of Burr and Kingsley. They were just hitting it a bit too far. It's curious to see whether there's been a tactic change on the side of Burr and Kingsley. Playing a little bit more aggressive, Burr poaching. And able to recover, second server.
Get a little bit too greedy on that occasion there. Obviously gave away court space as she lunged across her teammate. Really well recognised there from Danni-Elle Townsend, just putting it to the open court. Kingsley just sending that one too long. All right, the two teams, we're into it. The third and deciding game, Dylan. How are we looking? What's the vibe?
Well, I mean, this is high-pressure pickleball, so it can go either way. I think the experience of Burr and Kingsley, they've been in this situation so many times. They know what they need to do. However, Schmidt and Townsend, being confidence players as they are, should they get a roll on, it'll be hard for them to stop. And they've got themselves a 3-point lead early in this game. Confidence quickly building. Smash works in the favour of Burr. Second server. Oh, the reset by Kingsley. Unable to get it back. And that's called out by Townsend. Very confidently called it out too. Minor stare down towards her opposition. It's a 5-0 lead. Keeping in mind, first team to 6 points, they will swap sides. Net roll, Schmidt recovers. Second net roll, unable to go over. Swipe of sides. And my goodness, that's an absolute blitzkrieg. The young guns have come through and won 6 points in a matter of 2 minutes. I imagine Burr and Kingsley are going to take full use of this 2-minute swap over. We're going to quickly go to a commercial break, see what the ladies can come up with after this. Once again, thank you to Engage for sponsoring PPL Brisbane. And we've got an immediate side out here, Sarah Burr serving 0-6-1. Kingsley converting. So after this, we will have the Major League Pickleball Showcase event here at St. Lucia. Remember, if you are wanting to tune into that, you head to Major League Pickleball on YouTube. We'll have the live stream there. It's going to be a great time. Very exciting time for Australian pickleball. It's currently 2-6. We're still serving, currently 3-6.
Oh, tape tickler. Nothing you can do about that.
And we've got an immediate timeout. I was talking about confidence. The ladies rolled to a quick 6-point lead and then have quickly lost 4 points. It doesn't take long in pickleball.
Even that tactic though, like we go back to the timeout, even the tactic of Sarah Burr and Beck Kingsley returning to the court so quickly. Like that's not playing into Emilia Schmidt and Danni-Elle Townsend's game. They had all the momentum. It was all on their terms, and all of a sudden a quick change like that, we see like a couple of points go their way straight away. So is that the changing moment? Simple things like coming onto the court, read her off, body language, as we said.
Yeah, I think it's a fair point. And I mean, once again, body language, Burr and Kingsley haven't changed at all. They very poised, they know what they need to do. Whereas we can start to see some slight body language changes on the side of Schmidt and Townsend. Dinkerelli underway.
Again, the tape tickler. Well handled there from Townsend. Oh, Emilia showing a little bit of frustration there. The ladies, they're hanging on.
Well, it's a 1 point game.
They've got to recognise now that they're still in the lead. Oh, and again, just changing the ball up, pushing it high on Townsend, drawing the error.
And just like what we saw in the men's open, we now have a thrilling game 3. Currently a tied game, 6-6.
Just like that as well. Slightly weaker on the backhand there. Getting a little bit cramped on the shot.
I think we have to give full credit to Kingsley and Burr here.
Oh, absolutely.
They were not necessarily on the ropes, but they were in serious trouble. And now they've come back to take the lead.
Oh, Sarah Burr finds the open court. Firefight coming to an end. Advantage, Burr and Kingsley.
We've got another timeout here on the side of Townsend and Schmidt, and we're talking about body language. I think the young ladies need to bounce back.
Seem a little bit disconnected at the moment. They had a fantastic cohesion to open up this match. I think they just need to reconnect, recompose.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they both are playing well individually, but they're not in sync. Whereas Kingsley and Burr, despite the tactic change of Burr taking a bit more of the poaching, it's quite apparent that they know whose shot is whose, basically. So we're back ready to go. The ladies are straight back into it. It's a very quick timeout. It's gone out. Burr and Kingsley cruising along right now. Gold medal within reach.
Oh, potentially could have let that ball go. It takes it on.
We'll see if that was in or not. Kingsley's laughing, so it tells me it isn't.
I think it was the air swing that she's having a giggle at as opposed to the result to the point.
Yeah, it was definitely in. So both Beck and Sarah have just swung for the ball and both have missed. That's pretty funny. So it's currently 6-9. Townsend and Schmidt, pressure is on them.
Just wide. Using the angles there. That's the first little really positive sign there of body language from Emilia Schmidt. Going to try and ride the momentum of her serve here. Oh, disconnect and a couple of points starting to roll here for the youngsters.
Sheesh, we had a thrilling men's event and we are about to replicate that. Pushing close to an hour right now, Ben, for this game.
Super impressive. Oh, wow, here we go.
Tied game, 9-9. Pressure on, money on the line.
Edge of your seat stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you want, what you love to see for a championship match. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this.
This is unreal. What a comeback from the young ladies. They have found themselves now in a gold medal point.
Defense is good. Tape tickler. Oh, Townsend's there. Oh, Schmidt.
Oh, everyone take a collective breath.
Absolutely.
Side out once more, 9-10, Beck Kingsley to serve.
Reactionary defense is good from Townsend. Tempting fade to the top of this net.
Just the patience right now. Both teams know what's on the line. Oh my goodness, tied game once more, 10 apiece. Drury and rally. Now what will occur, Ben, is the players will keep going till one side gets a 2-point lead. (10-10-2). Game 3, gold medal. World class. Amazing rally. Relentless pressure there by Sarah Burr and Beck Kingsley. And despite the fact that they defended a gold medal point, they now find themselves on a gold medal point. What a comeback.
That'll get it done.
The thriller at St. Lucia, the ladies absolutely putting on a spectacle for all involved. Sarah Burr, Beck Kingsley will take the gold. Great effort, Schmidt and Townsend, unfortunate to get the silver, but I think they'll be pretty pleased with their efforts after that. What a comeback to come back.
Plenty of learnings, both sides of the net there. An incredible match does eventually come to an end, going the distance, going beyond the number 11 points, but the young guns, absolutely, they should hold their heads high, be very, very pleased with their efforts. Plenty of opportunities lost, but plenty taken, and surely exciting stuff from their future to come. Congratulations once again, Sarah Burr, Beck Kingsley, Dylan. We are into the big dance coming up next. Where can we find the next viewership?
Yeah, Major League Pickleball on your way. Please tune in to the MLP YouTube channel where you'll see our live broadcast. That is on next. We are excited. The crowd are excited. Tension building. We've just seen 2 world-class gold medal events leading into the teams. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back live soon. And we will see you on Major League Pickleball.
Cheers, team.